there, I'm Misty Ann, back in my closet with another wardrobe planning tip. Well, this is going to be a little bit longer than my usual Thursday tips. I did some research on pencil skirts and how to wear them, so I thought I would share that with you tonight. Do need to make a YouTuber's note. Mama is not at her best tonight. I'm going on day 9 of a sinus, migraine, some sort of headache, and it's really starting to wear on me, so be kind. Oh, and while we're on the subject of being kind, please subscribe, like if you find this at all helpful. Despite my lack of usual pep, I need subscribers if I'm going to keep doing this. Okay, enough of all that. So, as I mentioned, I have done some research on pencil skirts. I was noticing on Pinterest and a lot of the looks I've been seeing, pencil skirts are very in right now, and maybe a little different from what I'd been wearing for, we'll say, even the past 20 years. I don't know if this is more of a 50s style or combination 50s 40s style. I've seen some kind of 40s pencil skirts with a flare on the side, and then I've seen a lot that are high-waisted. I rented one from Rent the Runway because I wanted to see how it worked on me, and again, I didn't read the reviews well enough and realized it's kind of a give material. It's not like a wool gab or anything like that, and maybe that's what most of them are. I am seeing a lot of that in the stores. So I wanted to kind of see how to wear those. A couple of weeks ago, Shelly had put me in a belted tunic with a cardigan, and that is one look I saw. You can wear a tunic if you have a cardigan or something kind of interesting on the outside. There was a little bit of that. So I'll show you some of what I found in just a second. It seems like the thing that I saw the most was a lot of things being tucked in. So I also did a little shopping trip, and I will share my haul with you after I show you what I found on Pinterest. Okay, so you can see I have entered a search for pencil skirt outfits on my Pinterest. Oh, what I wouldn't do to have that figure again. And you can see, first of all, skirts are getting back up high on the waist. Not so fun for those of us who've had a few babies. But it's a lovely look. I mean, that's a great silhouette. And you can also see that a lot of these are tucked, like I had mentioned. Everybody's tucking stuff. But I also saw a lot of the partial tuck. So, and I noticed Leila did this when she wore her skirt for her 5th anniversary party, and I thought it was kind of interesting. And then I started noticing other ladies where I work, more younger in their 30s, doing that. So, and look, see, here's one where she's even done it with a sweater. But then there's a lot that are just tucking it in. I did go to a lot of articles. Oh, and then there's a lot of the midriff look, which ain't happening at this point. But I love it for the women that can get away with it. That's fabulous. Wouldn't do that for business anyway, though. So, and I do feel a little bit more comfortable tucking when there's a jacket involved. And I did notice that there's a lot of that, either long cardigans or blazer suit type jackets. See, like, so you can totally pull this off. Like, here's a nice pea coat. Even, you know, you could even do like a long slouchy blouse, I imagine. That's maybe a little heavier weight. So anyway, but what I did read when I actually clicked on a couple of these articles was that if you're going to do these blouses and you're going to tuck them, then what you want to do is make sure you have the right fabric. So like if you're wearing a cotton Oxford and you're wearing one of these skirts, which looks like this one is, and I'm wearing, so I'll post a picture of it in a second, then those are going to show through. So you want something that's as thin a material as you can find, without being see-through where you have to wear a cami, because then you're again adding extra bulk and it sort of defeats the purpose. So yeah, and I mean these are great looks, and see, you know, like this chick looks awesome, and she has a figure a little bit more like mine. Oh God, that's Jennifer Lopez. Never mind, she has a much better figure than I do. But anyway, but she's got some curves, which I like that. It's, you know, not just this tiny skinny. So that made me feel a little bit more comfortable venturing with it today. Okay, so that's sort of what I saw on Pinterest. So here is a picture of, well, a series of pictures of me today, so you can see how I sort of used it. It's a little difficult to see because I chose to go color on color, monochrome. If we come back to Pinterest, look at this one. I kind of liked that look. So anyway, now let's talk about those blouses that I got during my shopping trip. Okay, forgive the sunglasses getting light sensitive, but that's okay because you can still see my blouses. So first of all, the one I'm wearing, which actually I just showed you in a picture. This one's interesting. It's got this kind of double layer that hangs out, and then just kind of a tunic piece on bottom that can be tucked, and then just tunic on the back. And it's sort of one material, like a sheer material in the front, and more of a knit material on the sleeves and in the back. It was actually really comfortable. I enjoyed wearing it today. Then I went with my little millennial pink blush color. This one had kind of a nice little playful ruffle. This was machine wash, which was really nice, but you can see it's a little wrinkly, so I'll probably need to steam it before I wear it. And then, now this one was experimental. This one would definitely be one that I would wear with a cardigan that I'm either going to even belt over it or not take off, but it's just a very form-fitting white layering piece. I thought it would be good for, it was $9. I figured, what do I have to lose? Technically, I was actually supposed to dry clean this thing, but I threw it in the wash on delicate, so hopefully we're good. Okay, another one of my blush colors. This one is more of just a plain, it doesn't have that playful ruffle. It's just kind of a plain blouse, and I thought with blush, it almost duplicates for off-white or white now, which I thought was kind of a good alternative, since again, I don't want to wear a cami underneath, because that'll just add to the bulk and defeat the purpose. And a lot of the white ones, it's just really hard to get away without that one back. But I think with this one I can do it. So second blush one. By the way, this haul came from Marshall's discount store, a place I would have never ventured into a couple years ago until a fabulous girl, Dion, showed me how. And all of these brands are, for the most part, well, this one's Dahlia, which I really don't know. This one was Zara, which is, I think, a good solid brand. This one, Emma and Olivia, another one that I don't really know. I thought all of them looked good. They may completely fall apart. Now this is Jones of New York, which I don't buy a whole lot anymore, but solid brand. And I liked having a nice kind of blue pop of color. I need a little brightness. Jody Skrupski told me I wash myself out with most of my blouses, so I thought I'd try some color. Okay, can't resist having a go-to black. So we got this one. And it has a little bit of a, like a little bit of a tie-up on the sleeves. I've noticed that's kind of popular. And then this is, I hate to say it, but it's kind of an Aggie maroon, as in Texas A&M maroon, which my boyfriend Greg is an Aggie, so he'll like it. I went to Texas, so burnt orange. It's actually a decent color on me, but probably not my favorite to wear. Okay, love me some animal print May. And yes, I have other animal print blouses, but either sleeveless or maybe a little bit dated in the style. And again, this is that thin fabric. This is Cynthia Rowley. I had gotten a couple of these with Dion before, and yeah, oh, and by the way, this was also Jones of New York, and this one, Adriana Papel, that's another one I don't know, and this one also Jones of New York. I don't know if I mentioned that. I think I might have. Okay. Okay, and then this one is more of a, you know, getting more into that darker dusty rose color. This is a Premise Studio. Well, that's actually one I don't know. So anyway, you know, just nice basic, but a little bit more color to it. And then, I'm losing room on my other hook. Okay, this one was just for fun. And I would only wear this with a very high-waisted pencil skirt. It has a little tie, so this is not one I would wear to work. And I think it's kind of, yeah, it's kind of sheer in the back, but it's pretty solid in the front. So, anyway, this is one I would probably wear out on a weekend. I got one other one, which is more of a rust color. Believe it or not, it's dry clean only, and it really does look like it needs to be dry cleaned. And it was either Michael Kors or one of those brands. So anyway, I'm going to try that out and see how that works. So I have all of these to try with a couple of pencil skirts, and that's probably the next investment I need to make. I know Natalie Weekly really wants me to get a animal print pencil skirt. I have one, but it is super snug. And then Jody and I have a shopping trip. Jody Skrupski and I have a shopping trip coming up, so maybe we'll conquer a couple of those then, and I'll get her input on it, and she can kind of give me her take on how well I did with my research. In the meantime, again, if this was helpful, please give me a like. Please go back and check out last Sunday's wardrobe planning video with Thais Amaral Talawi. We had a lot of fun. She's coming back after having a baby earlier in the year, hasn't quite got the maternity weight off yet, so I did some things to kind of help her stretch her wardrobe a little bit. This weekend, we are going to be in my friend Ann Morrison's closet with Jamie Beisel. Ann has recently retired, so we're going to be doing retirement clothes, what to, you know, how to hang out and still feel comfortable and feel a little dressed up, and then, but then also have things for date night and occasions and things like that. So I'm very excited about that, and I will also be back on Thursday with a quick tip. In the meantime, have a wonderful week.